fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mirage Comics Shredder from NECA Toys. This is from the most recent Loot Crate that they did. NECA has kind of a deal with Loot Crate where they're putting out a series of TMNT themed Loot Crates that all have a NECA figure inside. So this is the Shredder. Now they have done a Shredder from the Mirage Comics line previously, and this is a different color scheme. Just kind of a variant as a way to, you know, get another version of this character out there. I was excited about it because I missed out on all the original Mirage Comics stuff. It kind of all happened before NECA was on my radar. So I was very excited to get a hold of this thing. First and foremost, I love the packaging. I love this kind of metallic, I don't know, chromey look to it that, depending on how the light hits it, it either shows up or it doesn't, which is kind of funny. And I love the original Mirage Comics TMNT logo. That's very, very cool. On the back over here, it just kind of gives you a couple press shots of the figure. Again, with some chrome. It's just really, really pretty packaging. I like it quite a bit. So, like I said, I was very excited to pick this up. I'm going to go ahead, get this guy out of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, here is Shredder out of the packaging, and I think he looks really cool. I feel like you can tell that it is an older figure from the NECA library just because I feel like they've come a long way in terms of, you know, joints and things like that. Especially I feel like with the head. The head is kind of like a weird ball joint at the base of the skull and then kind of a swivel. And I just feel like they would have probably done that a little bit better today. But I do really like the helmet. I love the little slits for the eyes. And it's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can tilt it in such a way. The tiny little like white pupilless eyes in the helmet I think look really, really cool. I like that look a lot. So like I said, you do have kind of a weird, there's definitely a swivel and then there's some back and forth there in the head. This shoulder was actually painted. Like, I guess when they assembled it, some of the paint was a little bit not completely dry. And you can see right there, it was really, really difficult to get the shoulder loose, but I finally did. Just kind of, you know, rocked it back and forth a little bit, and then you heard like a snap of the paint, and then now it moves great. So you have out to the side is still a little tight. Both of these are a little tight with out to the side. This one's a little better. With these shoulder pads, they look really cool, but they definitely get in the way when you're trying to move the shoulder in and out. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But you have bicep swivel there, double jointed elbows. You have swivel at the wrist. And then you have the bend like so. You have a swivel at the waist. You have typical like out to the side, front, back, hip joints. There's a little bit of articulation hindrance from this skirt, but really not too bad. You have a thigh swivel. Double jointed knees there, and then you have kind of a typical rock front to back, side to side foot, and you also have toe articulation, which is pretty cool. So it's definitely nice. Like I said, it's just, you have to be a little careful with those shoulders. And like I said, these are attached well. They're definitely a soft plastic. You know, all of his barbs kind of are, because you know, they have to be for safety regulations. They can't be jagged plastic. But, you know, just to get the shoulders to move, like front to back, I have no problem with either of them. Just in and out, it's a little bit difficult because it's kind of hard. You don't want to grab it by the bicep, because I feel like if I try to pull on this, I'm going to snap it off there. And I definitely don't want that to happen. So you have to try to kind of, you know, make sure you get a hold of the actual shoulder and try to move that joint so you don't break anything. I mean, I don't think it's in any danger of just snapping off, but I feel like if you apply too much pressure, you easily could, and I want to avoid that, obviously. So let me zoom out here a little bit, and we'll talk about some of the accessories he comes with. He has a bow, which is my understanding the original did not, and this actually kind of works. Like, it's a fully functional bow, in the way that it comes with an arrow that has a little notch, as you can see there. So you can actually knock this here. And then it's not going to fire amazingly. Here, let's try to do it on top. See if we can get this to actually go in there like it's supposed to. And then, wow, so there you go. It does fire, which is really cool. I think it's nice. And it's got the little bit of shading on there, so it looks like it's out of the comic book. I think they did a nice job with that. So this is a pretty cool accessory. And I love the fact that it actually fires. I think that's really, really cool. And the arrow, I think, looks pretty good as well. Pretty simple, but nice. I like it a lot. He also has this pretty cool sickle weapon with the chain, with the weight at the end. I'm sure this has a fancier name that I don't know, but I think it looks great. Again, nicely detailed. I love the like shading done to it with the little lines to make it look like it jumped right out of the comic book. I think that's fantastic. And the chain is actually pretty heavy duty. I'm not sure if it's metal or if it's like a pretty heavy plastic, but it has a decent weight to it, and it really looks nice, and it feels heavy duty, which I like a lot. And then, of course, he does come with some extra hands because he can't hold the weapons with the 2 fists that he has equipped, but he does have these extra hands for holding weapons. And let me see, I'm going to go ahead. We'll see how difficult this is to just pop this out. No, actually really easy. Really simple. Pop this one in. So let's see, I will take both of these out and pop that in, and then we'll go with this. So I think this is pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, it does seem like the hand is a little bit too wide to hold it. I'm just noticing. So that's kind of a bummer. Let me see if the other hand is worse. I was gonna say this one looks even wider. Yeah, so I mean, he can, you know, it can stop there, and then you can kind of bring this around. Let's see if we put this around the hand like so. Something like that, maybe. Now, see, he really doesn't. What if I do this? Nope, it's just going to keep falling out. I was trying to get some way to drape it so that it would stay. Maybe if I put it through the claw. There you go. I mean, that doesn't really look, you know, battle ready, but he can at least hold it. So that's kind of cool. Let's see how the bow works. The bow looks like you're going to run into a similar problem, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe it's possible to just kind of like over time, you know, close these a little bit. I just don't know why they made them so wide. Did he originally come with different accessories that maybe he doesn't have here and they just didn't remold the hands? I mean, that's possible. Either way, I still think he looks cool. I really do like the look of him. And honestly, I kind of want to give this to Movie Master Splinter. I'm not going to lie. Especially because he uses it in Secret of the Ooze. So even if Shredder can't really hold these that well, there's still nice accessories to just add to your collection. And I really feel like I could find another figure to repurpose these. So I really think something like that could work. But it is kind of a shame that they give you these hands and these accessories and then, you know, he really can't hold them that well. It just seems kind of silly. All they would have really had to do is just make a little bit smaller, like tighter grip. That's all they really would have had to do. Because if that was just a smaller grip, you know, he would have held it perfect. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel like he should have come with a katana anyway, and maybe the original came with a katana, and that's why the hands need to be a little bit wider, because maybe the katana blade, or the handle of the katana was larger. But either way, even with, I think the, you know, Shredder barbs, whatever you want to call these things, look pretty good. I really do like the look of the figure. I do. I'm happy to have it, because like I said, I didn't have any of the previous Mirage Comics stuff, so I'm happy to add something Mirage Comics to my collection. I'm hoping we get a reissue of the 4 Turtles, if nothing else. Even if they did it as like a box set, just kind of a limited run kind of thing, like put it out there for whoever wants it, you know, order however many they get orders for, and then be done with it. Because I would really like a set of the 4 Mirage Turtles, all with the red headbands. I think that'd look really great. But yeah, this guy's cool. Happy to add him to my collection. A little bummed that the accessories don't really fit that well in his hand, but if nothing else, maybe you could just repurpose them for some other character or something like that. But either way, I'm still happy I decided to grab the Loot Crate. The rest of the stuff in there was actually pretty cool, and this figure is really neat, so definitely glad I grabbed it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.